Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to show you today how my Chrysalises are doing. About a month and a half ago I lost my second Buddha temple, and I'm going to show you a picture of my Buddha temple before I discarded it. The roots and the stems were not rotting. I ended up doing the surgery and inspecting it. Well, it wasn't really surgery, more like a post-mortem, so it would be like autopsy of my Buddha temple. Anyway, the stem was white, didn't have any rot as well as roots. The leaves from the bottom would get brown and completely dry up, and it was just going like that over the top. Same issue I had with Crassula spiralis that I got for Mountain Crest Gardens. It came with all these stems that were quite long, had a lot of dark brown left over from the leaves, and then it just continued drying up all the way to the top. And so yeah, something, I don't know if it was the same issue, if it was some kind of fungus or I didn't water enough. I really don't know. But I'm gonna show you how the rest of them are doing. And I also received a shipment today. I just got Crassula Springtime. I couldn't resist it because it was really good price with such a big plant. For, you know, Crassula Springtime is tiny and this one is like quite large. I think I'm gonna put it in one of those medium black pots that I use. And yeah, it was $8. So let me show you that new addition and also give you update on the rest of them. Here it is, guys. Look at how large it is. Such a wonderful, huge cluster. One thing that I don't like is it has a lot of brown spots, and my experience with this brown fungus, and it does spread, eventually can take over whole plant. The tops are healthy. This here is really healthy. Doesn't have much of brown spots, but wherever I have, you know, even when I bought them small in nurseries, they would have brown spots most of the time. So I don't know, but it's beautiful. So I can't wait to put it in one of the pots. Like, look at how huge that is, and it has blooms. Just so pretty. Alright, so I'll move over here now to show you the rest of the Chrysalises. This is, guys, what's left from my Crassula perforata string of buttons. Can you believe it? I actually took my big plant because it was getting so large and I wasn't getting enough light here because I didn't have enough space on the shelves. I took it to the conservatory just before freezing, and it was one of the victims of freezing. So these cuttings I took just before taking it to the conservatory a few months ago, so they were like quite small, maybe had just 2 or 3 sets of leaves. So they have grown since and they look healthy. So these are actually the babies of my original Crassula string of buttons. So I'm sad, but I wanted to create a smaller pot because the other one was getting too big. So it's okay. I feel like this is gonna grow. They do grow fast and it's gonna be alright. This is my Variegated Jade, 3-color Jade. As you can see, there is some pink, there is white and green. It's doing pretty good. Then this guy here, Crassula Brevifolia, I wanted to throw it away actually. Last time when I made video, it had a lot of bare stems and I ended up chopping them off and propagating them. And what was left was pretty small and I was getting ready to discard, and I don't know, I left it under lights and it just started clustering and like it filled the space. So actually it doesn't look bad at all. It does have like a little bit of brown, it's either edema or fungus, but overall it looks pretty healthy. The next one to it is this Crassula Baby Surprise. It's a very finicky Crassula, and I get the same problem that I had with Buddha. You know, it starts drying up from the bottom toward top. The tops are healthy, so it's pretty small, so it's really hard to propagate. I don't know. I hope it's gonna be alright. This is my Variegated Crassula perforata string of buttons. So I don't know if you can see the colors here. There's a little bit of reddish, but there's that whitish green combination. Actually, there was only 3 plants here when I bought it, and then I beheaded them all 3. So the heads, it started growing multiple branches, and I also started propagating one of the leaves here, and another leaf here, and another top. So these are the tops, original tops. So to kind of fill the pot, I like to do that. These are the cuttings from my original Crassula rupestris, and I wish I took a picture to show you. The mother plant that I took to conservatory is huge. It just loves being there in the reception area because there is such a good airflow and light and warmth. So I think I'm gonna maybe take some crassulas that I have extra in that area in conservatory. So these are all cuttings that rooted and looking pretty good. So I have 2 pots. This little one I bought in Chicago. This is Crassula Ovata, I think, spiralis, and I think it's doing okay. These are all the babies from the Crassula Brevifolia, and there is more over there behind. I don't know if you can see that, all rooted and just waiting to grow. This is a new addition that I got, Crassula Ovata, I think it's called, and it's preparing to bloom. And then there is my baby's necklace that has been growing into length, some of these branches. But I tried to propagate some of the stuff, but they just dry up. I have a hard time propagating this one. Like, they just dry up really quickly. I don't know. This is my Crassula Ivory Towers. It's like a giant string of buttons. And I have beheaded the 2 plants that I had, and they double branched like you can see here, and these are the original heads and some of the leaves that I propagated. Then I have here my Crassula Columnaris, I think it's called, Collumela, right? Here it is. Has some new babies that started growing. It's really tiny, but I think it's healthy, so I'm okay with it. These are all my propagated monoglow that are growing new babies and leaves. You can see, if you see this brown around, actually that's nothing concerning. This is from the tea. I was making like a wake-up tea for the plants, where you put like different herbs and in the water and let it sit for like a week, and then when you water, because the color of that water was brown, it colored some of the leaves, so they're not sick or anything. And these are all the heads of, I think I had 5 Crassula munglos, so I beheaded them all, and they all rooted and grew some new leaves. And these are some of the like bottoms or the leaves. I have another pot of like this where I'm propagating them. This is my tiny Crassula Springtime. This is the one that I got from Emily from the Succulent Greenhouse. I think this is also type of Crassula. I was researching, and it looks like a Crassula Yunanensis burger, so I don't know 100% if that's what it is or not. My Crassula Deceptor is pitiful. I beheaded because it was stretched in some of the areas or brown, and these are the ones that rooted heads or double branched, and I mean, it's okay. I'm not too proud of it. And this is my new Buddha temples, guys. I got these were $5, so each, so I thought that's a pretty good deal because they're quite expensive here. And I think I was getting a little better at touching and figuring out when they're thirsty. Alex has been giving me some more tips, and I really can touch, and I know when it's watered. For example, these were watered yesterday. They're quite firm here when you touch them, and when they get like soft when you touch them on the leaves, then yeah, they need water. So I've been kind of watering them every 10 days, and they do have some of the cocoa core and perlite and organic cactus soil mix, but they also have a lot of pumice in there. So hopefully they will like it, and like I said, they're the charm. Hopefully they stay with me. And then here I have a little Jade's necklace that it's been having a little bit of issues, kind of not looking the healthiest, so hopefully it's gonna be all right. These are some of the ones that I'm propagating. This Crassula that I don't know name of, that's huge now, really. It's like my biggest one at the moment. It kind of looks like Crassula string of buttons, but it's the leaves are a little bit thicker and bluish, and they have like purplish reddish edges that are a little bit different color than the Crassula string of buttons. So I don't know. If you know the idea of this one, I would love to know. It's a really good Crassula to take care of. Alright, so I have some Crassulas on my top shelf, so I'm gonna get them down. Alright guys, I don't know if you remember this one, but it's in my like intro, succulent living intro. That's this is actually not two plants, but it's actually one stem that's connecting right here. So that's why I never separated them. There was one stem that started branching, and yeah, so it stretched a little bit at the end of the last summer, but then under the lights it enjoyed and got some color on top. It was attacked by mealybugs. This is a Crassula Ovata. Again, it's a stem with double branch. I also had another big one that I was showing last year with a little bit larger leaves, and I took that one to conservatory, and that one didn't freeze, but by accident ended up being sold. I don't know, and together with my big pot, somebody, I don't know how that happened, but it was gone after sale. So and let me think if I have anything else. I do have some more baby necklace over there, but I think I show you almost all of them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tour, and I'm gonna go ahead and plant this guy. So here I put it in the bigger pot, and guys, this is like massive, and it's like leaning on one side. I think I'm gonna have to put something behind to support it. Really big Crassula springtime. Like I said, a lot of brown spots you can see close up. So that kind of worries me a little bit. Even the new growth here has brown spots. I don't know what to think about that. Anyway, just wanted to show you that. Hope you enjoyed this tour, and I will see you in the next video.